Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 2 of our West Ham career mode. We shocked the Premier League and honestly ourselves in Season 1, where we qualified for the Champions League. Expectations are high, but so is our budget. If you missed the end of Season 1, we got blessed and we became one of the richest clubs in world football. And so as we enter life in the Champions League, we have £169 million at our disposal. This season, this window is going to change everything. Let's begin. So this is the squad here at West Ham United, which got us Champions League football. Getting the 4th position was an absolutely unbelievable first year in charge. And we also had so many players come back from loans last year. But when it comes to the players I want to sell and get out of the club, this is what I've got. I've put Michael Forbes on the transfer list. Nayef Agea, I'm pretty sure he's already left West Ham United from what you guys have told me. I've put him on the transfer list. Maximilian Kilman submitted a transfer request, and honestly, I'm probably going to accept one this window. I've put Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the transfer list. Yes, he's a decently rated player, but with not much potential left in the tank, and not too great a performances on the park. I think right back's one of the positions we're going to be upgrading. Lewis Orford, showing great potential, will be going on the loan list. Edson Alvarez, back from his loan spell at Fenerbahce, on the transfer list. Freddie Potts on the loan list. Magasta on the loan list. And then when it comes to the attack, I'm actually not listing anybody for transfer or loan. Not too many moments where it really is required. I'm happy with the attack. I think we need to put a large emphasis on our defense and the future of our defense to start the season. There are 3 positions I want to upgrade automatically in this window. Center defensive midfield, right back, center back. I've got a short list organized here, but the first position I want to go in for is a new defensive midfielder. Souček was class for us, but I want to transition him into more of a rotational role and get ourselves a startup for the future. I've got Adam Wharton, Alan Varela, Johnny Cardoso, Matteo Guendouzi, and Florentino all on the shortlist. All of these guys in their early to mid-20s, all around that 80 to 83 marker. Somebody that we can put some serious investment into and that can grow with the squad. At first, I was thinking Florentino could be that guy. His defending and physical stats are unreal, but some of his other stats are just absolutely woeful. Like that 67 passing just doesn't do it for me. You compare that to somebody like Guendouzi, who is so damn balanced. And honestly, after looking at all of these guys, Guendouzi's probably the guy. Wharton's definitely tempting, but Matteo Guendouzi, I think he's the guy. Let's go in for him. I don't know if I've ever used him in a career mode. Let's get Matteo Guendouzi into the club. Market value of £34 million. Let's see as close as we can get to that. I'm going to say £33 million here for the Frenchman from Lazio, and Lazio come back and say 36, but it is a pretty low tension standpoint, so we're going to counter offer £33 million, which is accepted from the club from Rome. We might be able to start season number 2 off on an incredible footing here. Day 1 of the window. Guendouzi, is he going to be our man? 4-year contract, that works for me. I don't want us just existing in the Champions League. I want us competing in the Champions League. If we could win a Champions League within 2 years, that would probably make us the greatest manager in West Ham history. I'm going to offer him £70,000, get that Premier League wage involved here. He wants a signing bonus. All right, Matteo, you can have your signing bonus. We're going to make our first signing of season number 2. He's lived in London before with his time at Arsenal, but now he comes to be a leader in this West Ham squad. Matteo Guendouzi, welcome to West Ham. Offers coming in here from the jump. Nottingham Forest want Paqueta. Paqueta was somebody that I found very interesting coming into this year. Similarly to Wan-Bissaka, he's 28. His overall isn't great, but Paqueta provides such an impact on the park. He was one of the highest point scorers in the Kevin Nolan medal last season. £20 million. I just can't justify getting rid of somebody that good for that price, so I'm going to reject this for Paqueta. On the flip side, though, I'm going to go talk to Sociedad and see if we can get another £1 or £2 million for Kilman. This is over his market value, but yeah, I want to squeeze as much out of Kilman's transfer worth as I can. £11 million is accepted. Okay, the higher end of what the chief executive suggested has been accepted from the jump. Como also coming in here for Kilman, but I'm happy with the 11 mil that they offered up, that Sociedad offered up. 5.3 for Oliver Skulls. I don't want to sell him. Offer coming in here for Michael Forbes. That's above market value. I'm just going to straight up accept that one. And a loan to Cagliari for Freddie Potts. I'm definitely open to that. Let's do a 2-year loan move here for the youngster. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Matteo Guendouzi was the first man in for season 2. Maximilian Kilman is the first man out. The Englishman, the man mountain heading to Sociedad. Oh, Are we going to have reuniting here? Manchester United want their old property. Manchester United want their former player, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, £29 million. I'll go negotiate. Amarin wants the reuniting here. That could give us 170 mil. That's actually ridiculous. I'm going to counteroffer and say 33 million. That's still crazy over his market value. That's 11 million pounds over his market value. I'm actually shocked. Magasa off to Marseille could happen. Would be nice. Let's do 1 year here for the Frenchman. Lewis Orford to Sheffield United. I would be totally cool with that. 2 years. Yeah, this is such a blessing that we had him come back. First of all, I'm going to accept, a 2-year loan from Copenhagen. They're trying to jump Sheffield United. I love this energy from Copenhagen, accepting that. And then Freddie Potts 2 years at Cagliari accepting. But what a blessing that Aguero is just on loan. And this is basically an extra £21.5 million into our pocket. With all these players going, maybe I'm keeping it too tame. We're going to have like £200 million. Maybe I should be trying to sign some of the world's best players. For now, though, we're going to go in search of a new right back. Wan-Bissaka returns to United. Magasa to Marseille, accepting this one. Diouf to Nottingham Forest. On paper, he's our lowest rated player in the starting 11. But I really enjoyed using Diouf last year. He was somebody that played above his weight. I have no intention of selling him. I'm rejecting that. Meanwhile, Edson Alvarez to Aston Villa, I will accept that. All right, so when it comes to a right back, I've got 4 names on the list here. Serginho Dest, Connor Bradley, who is stuck behind Frimpong at Liverpool, Jan Couto, and Arnal Martinez. But honestly, the one that stands out the most to me, he can play a lot more of an attacking role, something that I hoped Wan-Bissaka was going to play that never really eventuated. Connor Bradley stuck behind Frimpong. Let's get him only a slight move backwards in search of more game time. Liverpool have accepted an offer for him from Strasbourg. We need to act quickly. We need to get in here and eclipse Strasbourg straight away. Market value of £28 million. What's Arne Slot going to say? He's going to accept. I'm jumping straight into contracts. Straight into contract negotiations. Let's get the Northern Irishman down to the capital from Liverpool. 5-year deal. Come on, mate. Don't jump to French, the Farmers League in France. You want to prove yourself in the best league of all. 5 years. He's on 76k at Liverpool, which is crazy. I'll offer him £80,000 a week, which he would be stupid not to accept. Connor Bradley is going to join us here at the London Stadium. Yes, he's the same overall as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but long term, he's going to eclipse him in a month or two, surely. Connor Bradley is going to be one of these guys that I can almost confidently say is going to be here when we win a Champions League title, everything going to plan. And this incredible start to Season 2 continues. Guendouzi at the defensive midfield, and now Connor Bradley at the right back role. But lads, if you are pumped for Season 2 of the West Ham career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe down below if you aren't already. Really enjoying posting this career mode, and we are getting closer and closer to 90,000 subscribers on this channel, so make sure you subscribe down below. Dude, do I just block offers for Oliver Skulls? Honestly, I think I will. I'm going to block offers for him. I have no intention of selling him. Luis Guilherme did not get much game time last year, but I still want to have him just in case something happens to Jarrad Bowen, so I'm going to reject a loan offer to Al Hilal. The transfers continue. Edson, no, that's Aguer. Aguer's going to be going, and we're going to be getting a decent amount of money as he heads north. And on the same, I was right. I said Alvarez when Aguer was walking out. Alvarez is gone anyways. That leaves us with £180 million still. Bro, we have so much flexibility. 2-year loan for Orford to Sheffield United will be accepted. Curious whether Copenhagen still managed to get this one over the line. Freddie Potts heading on loan permanently to Cagliari. Well, he's not heading permanently. I don't know why he said that. Magasa returning to France for the year. His Forbes going to be one of these guys. His first move broke down. He's going to be one of these guys that I just continually try to sell. I'm going to just keep accepting offers, but I probably won't let you guys know every time I do because I feel like he's going to be one of those guys that it takes 20 offers for him to actually go. Orford's going. Is it going to be Sheffield United or Copenhagen? Honestly, I'd probably rather Sheffield United. Yeah, it is Sheffield United. Damn. Copenhagen fumbled that massively. We are getting offers in now for Souček. This is such an interest. I want to renegotiate his contract to get him on a rotational basis because he's too valuable, especially with the fixture congestion of the Champions League coming up. I do not want to sell Souček. Like, yeah, we get 14 mil for him, but his impact is worth way more than 14 mil. So I'm hoping he's okay with not getting as much game time with Guendouzi coming in, but I don't want to sell him. Oh my God, we actually got an offer out for Forbes. I only accepted 3 offers. Is it going to be Khaloud or Philadelphia? He is going to Al Khaloud. Okay, Crisis over. Our first competitive fixture of season number 2, though, it begins in pretty decent fashion on paper. We're hosting Wolverhampton in a game that you would expect us to win. Let's start season 2 on the right note. A sunny afternoon here in East London. The bubbles are out. Guendouzi and Connor Bradley about to make their debuts as West Ham players. So much optimism, so much hype in the air at West Ham for the first time in a long time. Let's deliver. Can we get something on the counter-attack here to start the season? Sarah Paqueta. Oh, Burkhardt! How has Burkhardt brought that down? A little bit of luck for us to start the season. I thought I stuffed that with Burkhardt, but he brings it off the chest, down, and smashes it past Johnston. We are off the mark for the year. In reality, I probably should have just kept going there with Paqueta, but I don't know who that was. Maybe Totti. Whoever that was, number 2 for Wolverhampton should probably be hitting the weight room in the morning. Sarah. Our Kevin Nolan medal winner last year, just waiting for Burkhardt. Now he plays it to Burkhardt. Burkhardt, can he get a brace? That's a good block from Bueno. I'll give it to him. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Good stuff, Tojibo. I think they were offside. No, but they made the tackle. I almost thought I had a get out of jail free card with the offside. Do not. Just get something. No! Oh, Hermanson, I love you. Wolverhampton have woken up in this one. We need to grind out these points. Corner here for Wolverhampton. They go short to Arias. Get that Hermanson. Hermanson, I called him to come off his line. Oh, my God. Good tackle there from Sarah. Holy hell, bro. What a tackle from the Brazilian. Can he finish this one for us? Just go yourself, son. There it is. That is one of the greatest goals we will score. Sarah, a crunching slide tackle. Runs through and puts this one to bed. This is why he was the Kevin Nolan medal winner last year. Not our most oiled performance up, not our most clinical performance to start the year, but at this time of the year, I'm just worried about getting the points. We can make it pretty football later on. Let's just make sure we're in winning positions. Ooh. Exit interview. Sir, it has come to our attention that Wilson has been making scathing press declarations and interviews publicly discussing his wish to leave the team. We're asking you to take a stand on this and quickly solve the issue. All right, I'm going to terminate his contract then. I mean, he's not worth that much. He's been good on the field, but like he's decreasing in overall. I'm terminating the contract here. The board fully support us. Let's go see how much that's going to cost. Callum Wilson expiring in 12 months contract. How much is it going to cost? No release fee. Yep, Callum Wilson. Talk shit. Get hit, brother. Get out of the club. We do need to sign a backup striker, though, because we have nobody unless we want to bring Marshall back. I say we go and address this really quickly. Igor Thiago. Brentford did get relegated last year. Let's bring him back up to the Premier League. 77 rated, 25 years of age, 6'3". He could be the perfect backup option to Burkhardt. Now, his market value is 11.5 mil, but he is in the Championship and he has publicly stated that he wants to come back to the Premier League. So Brentford might be able to sell him on the cheap here. I'm going to see if we can get him for £9 million. Can we get the Brazilian for £9 million in the fire sale, the relegation fire sale? No, we cannot, but they are still talking. There is no chance in the world that I was going to get rid of Engels. Let's just do 10 million. I'll pump it up $1 million, but I don't really want to go much over his market value, to be totally honest. And Brentford agree. Brentford accept 10 mil. Callum Wilson leaving might have been a blessing for us here. This helps us have a lot more confidence and squad rotation for the future. Wilson was good last year as a backup, but he was decreasing rapidly. Igor Thiago, no crazy expectations about how much game time he's going to get. 3-year contract, sporadic first-team player. I feel like when he played us, he was so good for Brentford, so we're also helping ourselves out there where we don't have to deal with him. The weapon is on our team. £50,000 a week I'm going to offer him, which is crazy money for a backup, but we have got a lot of money, and that one is accepted. I'm not certain how often we're going to get to use him this year, but I'm very happy to have him as a super sub. Very happy that he is at our disposal now. Igor Thiago, welcome to West Ham United. 10 mil is a steal. And I did accept a loan offer earlier for George Earthy, the young English attacking midfielder. We're not playing a formation with an attacking midfielder at the moment. Maybe that changes when Fernandez rejoins us from Napoli next year, but for now, the youngster's going to get game time. He wasn't going to play with us, so I'm going to send him on loan to Genoa. Igor Thiago on the bench. We head up north as we face Everton. A few players here. I don't know. There's a few positions that I'm considering upgrading, so a few players on notice for this one. Mauro Icardi joined Everton. All right, we're going to have to watch out for him. Icardi's been everywhere so far for Everton. Good tackle, Guendouzi. That's why we paid the big bucks for him. But how have Zolos still got the ball there? All right, he's offside. Thank the Lord. Dibbling's just skinned us. Diouf has done so well to make that up, though. That's why we love this man. So good at making up ground. So good at interceptions. No. That's on me. I pushed up high. Dibbling, though, with the ball here for Everton. Forces a great save out of Hermansen. This has not been a great half for us. Yes, power pass that one up to Burkhardt. Playing it back to Burkhardt. I see Bowen. Probably could have held on to it for half a second longer. We're going to go to Burkhardt, though, who has some space. Burkhardt runs through, and Branthwaite. Maybe I should have hit it to the left-hand side. It was a loss, bro. How's that one gotten in front of them? Alcaraz, Hermansen, you got to hold on to that dude. Burkhardt, going to go back to Guendouzi. Guendouzi, going to go to Sarah. Sarah, Burkhardt, Burkhardt. I should have just taken a touch, then drilled it past Dubravka. We do have the corner, though. Sarah, great off the corner. We don't have Souček to look for anymore. Who's going to stand up in this season? Why are both our centre-backs not in the box there? That's not very good. Paqueta, though. Paqueta, though. Oh, my God. Pinball's in the box. We're starting to assert our dominance in this one. Sarah, ball in. Header. Diouf. Oh, the left back almost. Oh, Zolos, why have I taken that there? They get the goal. No way. They've actually finished that. Shocking from us, losing our shape. Zolos is going to be an arsehole and celebrate in front of the travelling West Ham fans. Oh my God, that is a calamity. I mean, it probably would have been penalty because I think I went sliding in there at the end with Tojibo. That was shocking for me, bro. Step up too high. Was it a quality finish or was it just poor goalkeeping? I mean, on that angle, Hermansen maybe needs to do better. 1-0 though, we've got work to do. Win that, Bradley. You need to win that. Well won, Bradley, but they get it straight back. Oh, that is so frustrating. We cannot get possession off Everton. They've passed it really well trying to hold on to this lead. And we are going to suffer our first loss of the season. The Wolves' performance, not the greatest defensive performance. Today, though, was a disaster. An absolute disaster. And immediately after that game, Everton come in and submit an offer for James Ward-Prowse, who didn't even play. I'm rejecting that. I will say, though, Somerville is officially on notice. He was one of our best players last year. I'm not forgetting that, but he has been nowhere to start this second season. Needs to pick up these performances or I might have to think about selling him in January. One thing that was affirmed to me, as we spoke about earlier in the episode, is that we need a world-class centre-back. Lazio have probably the two guys I want the most. Mark Gay and Roger Ibanez. Ibanez just joined them from the Saudi League. That was one of the draw cards. We could have got him on a real cheap deal. So that really makes my decision a lot easier. Let's bring Mark Gahey back to the Premier League. Can we get him for around £32.5 million and really get ourselves to the next level? Like, Tojibo and Heen have been decent, but they have lapses in concentration. And I think we'd get exposed by those once we start playing these Champions League sides. Lazio want a pretty healthy transfer fee. I'm going to say 34.2, which I'm actually surprised they accepted. They just took a £10 million haircut out of nowhere. I would have gone higher. And it's just fully dawned on me. I signed Guendouzi from Lazio. Now I'm trying to sign Gahey. I'm trying to get everybody that starts with the letter G, GU to be fair, from Lazio. Let's see if we can reunite these two fellas though. Get Gahey back in the Premier League, a league he knows well. All of these terms work out fine for me. And you want to know the scary thing, lads? It still leaves us with £135 million. Mark Gahey, welcome to West Ham. Let's get to work. Let's start briefing him. I want Mark Gahey in our starting 11 before our next Premier League clash. What an addition to the backline. Welcome back to London. This time he's gone from south to east. Igor Thiago, we just signed him. Palace now want to bring him in on loan. No chance. And Kalen Casey, we are pretty short on numbers for centre-back, so I'm going to reject that. I was tempted though, but with an incredibly soft start to the season, it is paramount, imperative that we get back to winning ways today, taking on recently promoted Leicester. Mark Gahey to make his debut. Hopefully not going to be too busy of an afternoon for him. Let's just focus on scoring goals, getting a clean sheet, and getting back to wins. Burkhardt going here to Bowen. Jarrod Bowen gets in behind. I wanted to get better than Burkhardt there. I want Burkhardt to run more to the penalty spot. We still have possession though, because we're just going to go there. That's blocked. Bowen though, oh my God, the keeper read that. He started moving before we even shot it. I would have been better off just trying to drive it into the near post. I just want an early goal here to really settle our nerves. Ball goes in. Head up. Burkhardt cleared away off the line. Still on though. Diouf. Near post. The left back. Diouf finishing it like he's a striker. That is a dream start. Is that his first goal as a West Ham player? Diouf I might have to shoot with this fella a little more. That was beautiful. I mean, the header from Burkhart was unreal. That falls to him there. He just hits it near post, sticks it in the top corner. Good on you, mate. Go on. Burkhart to Somerville against Harry Sudar. This will be the right time for him to prove himself. Somerville, beautiful stuff, mate. We questioned his ability, but he is going to score that one on the counter-attack. Perfect finish, double our lead. We are looking great. Mavadidi, do not let Leicester get back into this one before halftime. Bradley's jockeying, forces them to go back. Blow halftime. Blow halftime. Yeah, you idiots. They just keep passing backwards. Oh, that is beautiful. Go on. Burkhart. Somerville. A lot of Leicester blue. Just going to drive that one. That's actually worked out well. I stuffed that. I had a great opportunity there with Sarah. Good tackle there from Heen. Somerville going here to Paqueta. Paqueta goes to Gendouzi. Gendouzi. Burkhart, nice ball there to Somerville. Needs somebody. Gonna go under the Burkhart. Oh, I didn't know if he was onside, but he was. Burkhart could have put this one to bed. Well done, Diouf. Sarah, drilling that one. Burkhart, dude, we are humming right now. Somerville, screw it. Somerville, finesse. Why did I think that was going to creep in? Going to make a double substitution here. Looking for a defensive approach. Engels and James Ward-Prowse coming on for Paqueta and Sarah. Let's finish this one. Well won from Bradley, and that is going to be all she wrote. Back to winning ways. A controlled, dominant performance as we expect against a club like Leicester. And honestly, that's a perfect way to conclude what has been the season opener, season 2 opener of the West Ham career mode. Still a lot of money in the bank account and still time in the transfer window. But I'll see you guys very soon for the second episode of the season. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, click here to subscribe, and click here to check out another video.